Top 3 bands Angus Young hated. Angus Young, the iconic Australian musician, is best known as the co-founder, lead guitarist, and songwriter for the hard rock band AC/DC. Founded in Sydney in 1973 by Angus and his brother Malcolm, AC/DC has mastered the art of powerful, straightforward rock, influencing bands like Metallica and Green Day. Renowned for his high-energy performances and distinctive schoolboy uniform, he's celebrated as one of rock's greatest guitarists, recognized for his hard-edged blues style and vibrant stage presence. As a key member of AC/DC, he's played a huge role in shaping rock music. But like any artist, he has his preferences, especially when it comes to other bands. However, Angus has expressed disdain for several contemporaneous rock bands that emerged during AC/DC's rise. Here are 3 bands Angus Young hated the most. Ramones. While the Ramones were hailed for bringing a fresh simplicity to rock, Young felt it was nothing new, just a rehash of what bands like the Small Faces had already done. To him, punk rockers were borrowing the rough edges from bands like the Faces and making that their entire identity. With the emergence of new bands, Angus remained skeptical, particularly about the Ramones. He famously criticized them, saying, "I heard one song, and it did nothing for me. It felt like my first band when I was 12, which was better." He believed that while punk bands aimed for a raw edge, they lacked the musicianship that defined earlier groups like the Small Faces. "They can do all that, it's pretty easy for a guy to go up there and do all that, but they can't play," Young argued, critiquing not just the music but the lack of real musicianship in punk rock. Deep Purple. Young's negative experience with Deep Purple stemmed from a festival appearance at Sunbury, where conflicts arose between AC/DC and Purple's roadies. When talking to Guitar World magazine, he revealed that he didn't like Deep Purple. The musician recalled that he had seen them playing live in concert but thought they were ridiculous. "I saw Deep Purple live once and I paid money for it and I thought, geez, this is ridiculous. You just see through all that sort of stuff. I never liked those Deep Purples or those sort of things. I always hated it. So I always thought it was a poor man's Led Zeppelin." Led Zeppelin. As Young takes immense pride in the art of stagecraft, he's unafraid to be highly critical about those he doesn't believe are up to scratch. Even before AC/DC were internationally renowned superstars, Young was gutsy to take shots at those that were vastly more successful. Known for his critical perspective on live performances, Angus didn't hold back his opinions on Led Zeppelin, who were rock giants at the time. After attending one of their lengthy concerts, he remarked to Classic Rock, "They played for 3 hours, but for 2.5 hours, they bored the audience. It's sick, they should be the most exciting band in the world." His critique began with none other than Led Zeppelin. To Young, Zeppelin seemed to mimic rock and roll rather than ignite its true spirit. Despite Led Zeppelin's immense popularity, they were often called out for underwhelming live shows, and Young wasn't buying into their style either. Angus Young's critiques reflect his dedication to rock's authenticity and musicianship, contrasting sharply with the more rebellious nature of punk. Despite his critical views, his own flamboyant performances solidified his status as a true rock legend.